You are now entering Armbar Audio.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Armbar Audio. I'm your host, Tim Farley, and on the screen with me is my brown brother.
Sid, Shuram, what's up, everybody? I hope you like the new sound. I got this nifty little microphone. I was actually excited to do the show just for that, to be honest. And I know Tim is excited that I have a new mic.
I am, because I was tired of the ASMR bullshit, because I'm an insane person, and after every episode we record, I listen to it as soon as it's uploaded to
Yeah.
see if I sounded like an idiot, or you sounded like an idiot, or,
I mean,
you
that's
know,
usually me,
what
but,
needs to...
Well, I mean, we could
Yeah,
still...
I mean, not just the
Hold on.
sound. I mean, like, if we said anything dumb,
Oh, we can
you
change the
know.
setup a little bit. Hold on. I'm going to change the setup so I look like a real radio show host or whatever, a podcast host. There we go. Look at that. There you go. Look at that. Might as well just change my name to
Yeah,
Sid
good.
Rogen because I look like him now. Just got to shave my head. Nah.
Just like Seth Rollins looks like Henry Rollins,
Yeah, exactly. I
because
was kidding.
that's about... Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sure, Sid.
So we've been gone for about a week. So, what's been going on with you though? What you been doing?
Um, I've been in beast mode,
Nice.
and not really, because beast mode also means you're dumb. My entire from here all the way down, my bicep down to here
Yeah.
is like in so much pain from a workout I did on Thursday that I had never done before. And for some reason, the video is 10 minutes, and I'm like, oh, I have to do a half hour.
So you just did
And
three
while I was
rounds.
doing this exercise, and while I was doing the exercise, I went even harder than usual because a fat gnome that I work with was sitting across from me eating and staring at me, and made me very, very frustrated. So it was like a battle rope exercise. It wasn't battle ropes though. It was like a bed sheet, but I just
Yeah.
kept, I was going up and down so hard as long as he was in the room.
Nice.
Um, Aside from that, just been watching the Graps
Yeah.
and doing other good things for myself.
That's good.
How
Yeah.
about you, Sid?
Me, I actually, so what I started to do is I changed up a little bit of, I actually also, as far as fitness, I changed up my diet just a little bit. Like, I'm not on a diet, but I changed a little bit of my eating habits. I actually started incorporating more fruit in the mornings. So, like, because fruits usually are heavy in fiber, and it's a very good idea to, like, get your fiber, like, first thing in the morning. Especially, obviously, eating your macronutrients and stuff is good, is important, but also fiber is good because it regulates your gut. That's the politically correct term. It helps you shit better. That's kind of what it is, really. Let's just call a spade a spade. But no, yeah, but
Yeah, we all know what fiber does.
yeah, we all do. But no, I ate this morning. I had some grapes and I had a Greek yogurt. Um, Greek yogurt is one of my favorite super. Is it a superfood? I don't know, but Greek yogurt.
Every food is a superfood, baby.
I mean,
I don't, I
superfood,
don't,
like
I don't like, I don't like this
the term.
this elitism in the food.
Yeah,
What makes a sea berries better than strawberries? Fuck you.
right.
Just because someone found it in the Amazon 10 years ago and started giving it to Brad Pitt, it's a superfood?
Yeah,
Okay.
I
Sounds like
think
something made up in a fucking lab.
right. I
Don't
think
just discover a random berry.
yeah, but like for me, yeah, I started doing that. And I had oatmeal as well. That's another thing that I like to do. I'm trying to see with like because with the intermittent fasting I do, I usually skip breakfast and then just eat lunch and dinner. But I am now just gonna
Yeah.
probably do breakfast and lunch and maybe snack a little bit and then skip dinner.
See, uh, do you buy steel cut oats, or do you and make your own oatmeal, or do you have a pre-made oatmeal?
I buy
Because
the.
I I have a recipe for steel cut oat
Oh,
recipe,
nice.
and I have them ready, but I haven't made it yet. But there is this brand called Kodiak that
Yeah,
has
I've heard of
bunch
Kodiak.
of protein, a bunch
Yeah,
of protein in their oatmeal. So
I've heard
I
of
mean, Quaker
Kodiak.
Valley also does too.
I've heard of Kodiak. I haven't used their stuff. I honestly just go to the farmer's market to buy my oatmeal. I don't ever get the quick oats. I just don't like the texture. I like the rolled oats better. That's the good stuff. You just put a little peanut butter in there, and you're good to go. I used to be a fiend for peanut butter, but I'm gonna like kind of slowly chill out on
Oh,
that because
you don't like eat porridge.
no, no. I need the only
Well,
reason I eat oatmeal is so I can put peanut butter in it. It's so petty, but I that's the only reason I do.
now why is peanut butter bad?
It's not bad. It's just like it's also like heavily processed, and I'm trying to like eat a little. Trying
Couldn't you
to.
find like more natural peanut butter or something?
Yeah, you can, but it's just expensive as fuck. And I know I got a new job and everything, but we'll see down the line. But meanwhile, I'll just
Yeah,
drink this
you're
big
cheap.
ass. Yeah, I'm a cheap bastard. It's the immigrant in me, man. No, but in the meantime, I'll just drink this giant gallon of
I didn't
water.
say all that. Water,
Water,
giant gallon of water.
water, eh? Yeah, that's Canadian. I'm talking about New York. But you know what wasn't in New York, unfortunately, this week? It was AEW. That's a horrible segue. It's a horrible segue.
Wait, wait, are we talking about? Wait, hold on. We're talking about AEW first. Is that what we're gonna do?
I don't care. We'll talk about
Let's
whatever.
do that. It doesn't matter.
Oh,
Fuck it. Okay, AEW. Uh, uh, let me start by saying this. Uh, as every day passes, the internet wrestling community sickens me more and more.
yeah.
That will be my preface for this entire episode, especially regarding Western wrestling. So Dynamite happened, and I'd say the key takeaways from Dynamite were the Jericho Appreciation Society walking out on Jericho, and then Don Callis saying, "I'm sorry if I caused anything." And then Jericho said, "I have an answer for you, but I'll tell you next week." Why?
Hmm.
Why not tell me right now? You just
Right.
got dumped by all your people. Why wouldn't you just make the decision right there
I
and
have
then?
no idea. It's just
I
like,
didn't understand that.
yeah.
Um,
By the way,
but
just FYI,
let's
I thought I should let you know I had to change the thumbnail real quick because it was from last week, but I changed the thumbnail now, so we're good. So
I don't. Wonderful.
yeah, thank you.
Sid's getting used to this. He's
Yeah,
never podcasted before.
no, I haven't. I have only done YouTube, which I'm coming back to soon. I've only edited
I didn't hear
videos.
you.
I said I've only done YouTube,
Oh,
like
right,
edited videos and shit before, but I don't do like a full length
right,
podcast
right.
ever. Except, I mean, Gooniverse kind of,
So
but it was more
let's
audio. Sorry, go ahead.
let's reflect on the Jericho Appreciation Society.
Yeah. I think for me, I mean, when it started with like that match with Jericho versus Eddie Kingston, and it was pretty obvious that Jericho
Oh yeah,
was gonna turn heel, and I honestly just like the Inner Circle before it kind of felt out of nowhere because like randomly Daniel Garcia came in and as well as 2.0, and then Jericho started beating up on Eddie along with them, and then Jake Hager made sense because Inner Circle, but I don't know, it just felt so like, oh, okay, we're doing it now, okay, cool. And but It's been fun. Like it's been entertaining. Like especially with the I'm gonna throw a fireball at you because I'm a wizard. That was fun. I love that.
Yeah.
Um, I think that you know. Then I feel like when Sammy joined, then Ty, then Ty Conti joined, and then Anna Jay. That's when I was like, I don't know why we're doing it. It started to get a little too, in my opinion, it started getting a little bloated, and so I'm kind of fine with the JAS ending because a lot of the great factions kind of I think it definitely ended before I feel like they kind of did everything they could. Like they kind of knew, hey, you know what? I don't think there's much left for us, so I think it's time to go veer off in our own paths. Sammy anyway was like kind of turning face a little bit. Daniel Garcia doing his thing with 2.0. Of course, Ty Conti, she's pregnant. Congratulations, by the way, to Sammy and Ty. Belated congratulations, I guess. Anna Jay, I don't know what she's gonna be up to these. I think she had a match, or does she have a match coming up? Or
She's had she's had two
she's had
matches
two
against
matches.
Hikaru
Yeah.
Shida. One of them was to get into the tournament,
Oh,
and
right.
she lost. But here's the funny thing: Tony Storm loses the title to Hikaru Shida.
Yeah.
Tony Storm automatically gets into the tournament because of her rematch clause.
Right.
But the woman who took the title from her had to earn her spot. Confusing, Tony.
Mm.
Uh, but anyway, speaking about the Jericho Appreciation Society, from listening to what you said, I think that Jericho knows when, like with the Inner Circle and with Jericho Appreciation
Mhm.
Society, he
Mhm.
made two uh, well-known and well-established factions. Like they got over,
Yeah.
and he knew when to end it and how to end it. Um, I think that this group has benefited 2.0 and Daniel Garcia the most. Daniel Garcia, um, if you knew him before, he is a very good technical wrestler, as he's
He's
prominently shown in
he's
the ROH
demonstrated. Yeah.
Pure division a lot.
Oh yeah.
Um, but even in the
I'm
indies and all that,
still.
and the whole sports entertainer stuff
Yeah.
really, really helped him. And
True. Yeah.
and Matt Menard and Angelo Parker got over huge without being winners. They don't ever have to win.
Yeah.
They're just over.
Yeah.
And
NXT gave up
like
on them too soon. I'm gonna tell you that. I know. I
and
know. Who
then
cares?
not me because I didn't really watch it.
Yeah.
Um, but I think this was a good move. I think Daniel
Yep.
Garcia is going to probably reap the most benefits. I would love to see heel Jack Perry start his own stable with his girlfriend Anna Jay
Mhm.
and 2.0 because Matt Menard and Angelo Parker, or just Matt Menard, tried to help Anna Jay in her match.
Yeah.
Um,
So there's that connection there.
I Right, right. And I think it would work
Yeah.
because as Jack is learning on the fly
Mhm.
and kind of developing himself, you have two veterans there. Same with Anna Jay. You have two veterans there who've been in the business for quite some time. As Matt Menard said, my peers like Kevin Owens and um, I forget who else he named, always thought you were an asshole to Jericho. And so they've been in the business for quite some time.
Right.
And as we know, Menard can go on the mic,
Yep.
Parker even.
Yeah. Both of them
So
can.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't mind seeing that. But I'm glad it's over. And I just kind of thought it was dumb that Jericho said we have to wait till next week to figure out if he's going to be with Callis.
I mean, we all know
I
it's gonna
think
be.
that.
We all know he's going to, you know. But I guess they're like,
Yeah.
oh,
I
we
mean,
building up suspense. It's like, no, it's fine. We know that.
but he might
Yeah,
not. The
yeah,
thing is, he might it instead of taking the route that he did with Sammy and the
yeah.
others he's helped out along the way by being next to them. Maybe he puts Takeshita over by being against him, but
Hmm.
I don't see it happening. I think he's going to join Callis. Um, the
Probably.
other great things from Dynamite, I would say, the
Yep.
MJF Adam Cole stuff keeps getting better.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah,
the montage where they went to the trampoline park was hysterical. Um, and MJF as a baby face is fantastic.
yeah.
Um, because he says he's our scumbag. So he's still like saying and doing messed up things, but it's it's all endearing, right? And
Right.
like he thought him Cole wanted to do a promo battle. So he said, "Oh, I'm Adam Cole. My brain doesn't work, so I can't talk," or something like that. I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you
He's
doing?
like, I
And then
love. I
Cole's
think the
like,
line was, if this was, you're so pasty. If this was the
"Well, that's
80s
the first
Hogan,
line.
yeah,
If you're so thin and pasty white that if it's this was the '80s, Hogan would have snorted you." Yeah,
I was, damn. I loved,
but then he like made fun of his brain and like how he was on the shelf, and
yeah,
it was really low ball stuff. And but you know, and then Cole tells him, "No, I actually wanted to tell you that 0 hour at Wembley." We should face the ROH Tag Team Champions because ROH has meant so much to me, and I've held every title
yeah.
even on multiple times, and I've never had the.
The
I
tag
want to get
titles,
the
yeah,
tag team belts, and then in comes jealous girlfriend Roderick Strong,
yeah.
and MJF obliterated him, obliterated him. I
Not
want you to
surprised.
do what all basic white people do when they're upset. I want you to go to the back, get in your car, drive to your house, run up the stairs, slam your door, cry into your Hello Kitty pillow, and blast some Taylor Swift and shake it off.
Taylor Swift.
You 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 bland bitch. And I don't have
He
that
ain't
written
wrong.
on my screen or typed on my screen. I've watched it twice because I think it's hysterical.
Yeah,
Um, and it just stuck in my head. And Cole was like, got all pissy with MJF, but MJF was like, "Oh, well," and everything's okay with them, I guess. But it seems like Roderick Strong is aligning with the Kingdom,
yeah,
and MJF told Cole that when people tell him to wrestle once a year, he wants to stab them in the face with a soldering iron. But since they're best
yeah,
friends, he will wrestle twice in one night. Now,
right.
this got me thinking, Sid.
Yeah.
This got me thinking.
Oh, Tim's thinking.
I think this is a ploy. Okay. From the beginning of Adam Cole and MJF's relationship,
Yeah.
Adam Cole has tricked MJF into accepting matches on multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
Not even just for Cole, but also for Tanahashi.
Right.
What if we get to Wembley and it's 0 hour? It seems like Adam Cole relies too heavily on MJF as his tag team partner. What
Mm.
if he even leaves the ring? We do know that MJF
Mm-hmm.
sees himself as a special attraction, and he
Yeah.
even said, "I don't like to wrestle too much."
Yeah.
He's got him to do it twice. He's getting him to do it twice, and the second time is against himself. So, do you think Adam Cole is going to use that tag team match to help him win the title later on in the night? Or do you think Adam Cole is being um, honorable? Or do you think he's going to be honorable?
That's a tough, tough question. Now, I did see on social media, like sometime back, there was a shot of Adam Cole and MJF hugging. And when Adam Cole was hugging, it is a very small detail, but when Adam Cole was hugging MJF, he went like that, like with his fist, like that. In, I'm sorry to bring this up, in NXT, he hugged,
No, that's when it was good.
yeah, back when NXT was good, he and Kyle O'Reilly, they were embracing when there was that tension, between in the
Roddy.
Undisputed Era. And Kyle O'Reilly, he did this to him too. So,
Yeah.
does that mean that it's gonna be eventually Cole that turns on Max? It because everyone's
I,
expecting.
def- I
Yeah, go ahead.
I definitely think it's going to be Cole turning
That
on Max. I don't know when it's going to happen, but
yeah,
like I just think it's much smarter.
it
I
is.
think the more and more you give MJF babyface time, the
Mm-hmm.
more people are liking him and
Yeah,
really going after
yeah,
it with him. And I think that um I think it'd be a nice, switch.
yeah. Because it's like is this like the first time he's ever been a face? I don't think he's ever been babyface, even in the Indies. He was always a prickish heel. I feel like.
Anytime I ever saw him, which was rare, but like back in the day in MLW, he was a heel.
Yeah,
I, and Beyond Wrestling, I saw him. He was a heel. Yeah, I never really
he
saw him as a
he
face.
healed it up on the Stone Cold podcast back when Stone Cold could interview everybody except and not just WWE people. But yeah, like he did. Yeah, he's pretty much been a bad guy for I would say yeah as long as we knew him. So
Right.
it's good to have that change of pace for MJF. That too, first time on national television, he's doing more of a babyface role, but he's kind of putting. I like that he's a babyface, but he's kind of putting his own spin to it. He's not like being the earnest kind of, oh, I am going to fight for truth and justice. No, he's still a
Yeah, he's not a white beat baby
yeah.
face.
So I mean, he's still a shithead, but like he said, he's our shithead, but or scumbag. But as far as like to answer your question, I do not think that I don't feel like Cole is going to turn here in this match. I mean, I think they'll lose, but I wouldn't be surprised if in the main event Strong comes out with the Kingdom. It looks like Cole and MJF are gonna, fight them off, but Cole just turns and he joins the Kingdom again, and he's like, "Oh, it was all a ruse, and I didn't give a shit about you, Max. So fuck you." But I don't think I don't
Do
know if
you
they'll do
think
it
that
yet, but
happens during the main event of the biggest wrestling event, or do you think it happens after?
it would be more impactful if it was at the main event, wouldn't it? Like, yeah, it would leave a bad taste in people's mouth, but here's the thing. Adam Cole turns heel. Heels
It'd be
don't
very
give a
WWE. I mean, like, if
no.
the
I
match
don't think
ends
so.
like that,
No, the
like,
match
if the
no,
match,
after the match. Like after the match.
oh,
Yeah.
or like they distract them, but then Cole turns heel.
Something
Okay,
like that. No, like
because
no, it'll be
I,
after the match.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
No, not during not what they yeah, not the whole thing, not the WWE stuff. Like after the match is over, I think MJF's going to retain. Early prediction, I guess. And yeah, that's when everything happens. That is one possibility, or like you said, they could wait until the fallout of All In and at Dynamite and do it. But at the end of the day, I mean, I love it. I love everything, but unfortunately, all good things come to an end, and at some point it will end. I don't want it to right away, but if we can sacrifice something good for something better,
better.
I'm okay with it. So
Right.
perhaps,
I
perhaps I'm not sure.
I I'm with you
Hmm.
on that. Yeah, so we talked about the tournament because there's going to be a four-way for the women's title at All In.
Hmm.
We got Tony Storm, Hikaru Shida beat Anna Jay, and Saraya beat Sky Blue. I did
Yeah,
not get to see that match as it was on Rampage, and I missed Rampage this week. And I did kind of want to see that match just to see how Saraya worked. So I may go back.
yeah.
And Britt Baker has to wrestle somebody. I
DMD.
don't know who. Uh, um, let's see. Uh, Dynamite, Alex Marvez who
Mm.
talked to Kenny Omega, and Omega said he's going to have a sit down with JR next week to discuss what he's doing at All In and what he's going to be doing in the future. Pretty much that was the biggest things on Dynamite, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You had Lucha Brothers against the BCC, and
Mm.
Swerve came out and talked about Nick Wayne and Darby, and
Swerve.
I think the
Honestly,
main
that.
event was Cheetah and Anna Jay, and that's cool to me.
Yeah.
Um, but um, shortly after Dynamite, maybe like a day later, the internet was a buzz about a potential matchup happening at All In with Omega, Hangman, and Kota Ibushi against
Hmm.
BC Gold members Jay White and Juice Robinson and Takeshita. And a lot of people were upset. They want to see a singles match with Kenny Omega. They want singles matches and whatnot. And I personally think it would be a great match. If it's
Yeah.
given enough time
Yeah.
and these guys can do what they do, it's going to be great. Hangman,
Hmm.
Ibushi, all of them except Takeshita really have history with one another inside of a ring because of New Japan.
Yeah.
And so it's gonna be good. Like, why are you gonna complain? What else are they gonna do? I mean,
Right.
Brian Danielson's down, and
Hmm.
apparently Nigel McGuinness is getting himself back into
Back in
ring
the
shape
ring.
and
Oh
possible
wow.
return.
Okay,
Um,
that could be interesting.
so and it would have been great for All In, but Danielson's hurt. What else? You're gonna have Takeshita versus Omega at All In?
No.
It's not ready yet. That match
No.
is not ready to be showcased yet, and
I.
it's definitely
Yeah.
not ready for All In.
I wouldn't do
And
that. Honestly, I wouldn't do that until like Full Gear. Honestly.
yeah, something like that. You got to let that shit build, man. Let Takeshita get some more character.
Yeah.
Um,
Because let's
what
face it,
else?
at this
Would they
point,
book? Would they book
yeah.
Osprey and
And
Omega?
Omega.
I think that happens at Wrestle Kingdom. I don't think
Yeah.
that happens at All
Yeah. No, I agree with that. That makes
In
sense.
because following the G1, it looks like Osprey's next defense of his IWGP UK
UK champion.
championship will be against Yota Tsuji,
Yeah.
which has me all kinds of hard.
Right.
Um, let's get into the G1, shall we?
Sure.
Uh,
Sure. Why
so
not?
the G1 ended this morning for us over here, and I gotta say that I never paid this much attention to a G1
Mm-hmm.
climax tournament in years. I always feel too overwhelmed with having to keep up,
Yeah.
and by no means does that mean I watched every match, but
Right.
this G1 was really good. I thought the blocks were smartly put together.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I think the I think some of the guys who came out better than they went in would be Hanare, um, all the young guys, especially Gabe Kidd,
Yeah.
um, and Hikuleo, who
Hmm.
made it to the quarterfinals.
Yep.
I don't. The things that I really don't care for is at the beginning of the G1 at the press conference, Evil basically put Finley on notice and
Okay.
said, "Don't forget that I'm at the four of Bullet Club." And they
Okay.
were in the same block. They were pretty much neck and neck the whole time. They faced each other. After the match, nothing happened. Evil and Finley get into the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
One makes it to the semis, the other doesn't. Nothing happens.
Hmm.
Nothing has happened between Evil and Finley or War Dogs and House of Torture. And people who give a shit about it really want something to happen. And I think it's weird that we're not getting that. But I also know that Gato is a slow fucking burner. So,
Loves that
whatever.
snow slow freaking burn. Love.
Yes. Um, so
I don't know.
I'm not going to list off a bunch of matches to watch,
Yeah.
but I will say that at the end of the year, when people put together their
Mm-hmm.
favorite matches and best matches of 2023, I imagine Will Ospreay will be on a lot. The man is create he's been creating a legacy, but he has
Yeah.
hit a whole another level in the past few months. Um, his matches with Kenny Omega, his match against LP,
Mm-hmm.
his match against Kenta, his match against Okada. He finally beat Okada in the G1,
Yep.
and the semifinals against Naito was fucking incredible. Um, you watched the semis and the final,
Yep.
so give me your thoughts.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think first of all, like the the semis were pretty good. Like Osprey versus Naito. Yeah, I was that was good shit. Um, I would say like because the ones that's fresh on my
What do you
mind
think about
is the final, but yeah,
what did you think about Evil beating Sonata?
I don't know how I feel about that. I really don't, because from and this is just from what you've told me, but like from what I've heard from you and and what you and John, whatever you have talked about, I don't know how I feel about Evil. Like it was like the first time I saw like some sort of character was when he left Lij and joined Bullet Club. I was like, okay, interesting, and that was during COVID. And then now, I mean, it's just like now he's doing this whole House of Torture thing, and it's part of Bullet Club, but it's not Bullet Club, And I'm just like, can I make it make sense? I feel like Sonata. He's from what I've seen, he's been on a bit of on quite a roll, and
He was
yeah,
undefeated in block action.
yeah, and now
He used to
unless
hold tag team titles with Evil and Lij.
yeah, and
And up until the semifinals, they were 3-3 against each other uh, in singles competition. The problem with Evil, Sid,
yeah,
is that his matches are so formulaic that if you saw it, the House of Torture at the beginning when they started,
mm-hmm.
you'd never have to see another Evil match until this shit ends. And
When is it
I
gonna end?
think
We don't know.
I don't know, but Evil's going to have a title match.
Yeah,
It's not going to happen at Wrestle Kingdom because he didn't win
the
the
G1.
G1, but it's going to happen because he pinned Sonata.
Yeah,
And it's just I don't know. I thought it was kind of stupid, but it was also kind of smart because once he beat Sonata, it was like, okay, maybe Evil's gonna go all the way here. Like he just beat the world heavyweight champion. Also, want to say this: a lot of Western fans um, don't see Sonata as a main eventer, or they think that he's getting
Yeah.
there.
I mean,
Watch any of his matches in this G1. Watch any of the matches he's had since he changed from LIJ, and tell me what really matters. He's wrestling in Japan. Those fans are eating out of the palm of his fucking hand, dude. Like this, he may not be a main eventer to Joe Schmo in Kentucky, but he's a main eventer to the Japanese crowd.
yeah.
So uh, I even read an article, on 411 Mania that was like talking about Evil and Sonata, and they were like, this was a mid card guy who has the title against a bland, boring, uh, whatever. And I was
Okay.
just like, he's not a fucking mid carder guy. Like
Sonata, no.
he's
From what I've
proved
seen,
it
hell
for
no.
years.
I don't like.
Yeah,
That's the thing. I don't watch nearly as much New Japan as you, Tim. But whatever I've seen of Sonata, I'm like, and then like I think years ago when he was still in Lij, there were a lot of rumors that they were going to push Sonata. I'm like, yeah, yeah, you should. So yeah, I mean, I don't know what they're talking about. Mid Carter guy obviously doesn't watches less New Japan than me. So there you go. I finally found someone who watches less New Japan than I do. So I don't feel so bad now. But anyway, no, I'm just. They're all joking aside.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's about to change, Holmes. If you're gonna stay on as my co-host,
yeah. I have to watch New Japan. That's fine. I will watch it. I actually like it, so it's whatever. But no, I. That's what I said. Yeah, but no. What I was saying is like, yeah, I think Sonata is very much a main eventer. Matter of fact, it's weird though. That's why it was so weird when it was Jack Perry who challenged Sonata for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship at Forbidden Door.
Sonata felt the same way
Yeah, it's like
when he sent that
why,
video. He was like, "I don't even know who this guy is,"
right?
and I'll tell you why. Because it's obvious that Tony Khan uses New Japan more than New Japan uses AEW.
Yeah,
Um, he used that match solely. He gave Jungle Boy to Sonata solely to put over the Jack Perry heel turn. That's it.
yeah, true. But
Um, yeah, exactly.
just
Um,
I don't know.
I really we don't see New Japan on AEW as much as we should, in my opinion. And any top star who wants to go to New Japan seems like they do. Speaking of, Eddie Kingston's run was awesome to see. It was great to see a
Yeah, you feel
42-year-old man finally living his dream of wrestling in Japan and wrestling in the greatest tournament in Japan. And he met his hero, Kawada. And if you have not seen the video, go look it up right now because your heart will melt. Um, but so semifinals, Evil versus Okada. Okada won. Osprey versus Naito. Fucking amazing barn burner. Um, could have went either way. I
yeah.
think they went the right way with
They did.
Naito.
Yep.
Naito and Okada was this morning,
Whew.
and it is very fresh in my mind too because I got finished watching it about an hour ago.
Nice.
It was the first time in a long time where I was screaming at the TV.
And that I mean that's pretty high praise because these two have wrestled a lot before, but it just
Yes.
seems it's interesting. One thing I love about what I've seen from New Japan is Yeah, you have a lot of the same matches, but they always do something different in every match. So,
The circumstances surrounding the two people in the match are always different.
yeah.
The out the, the what could happen after is always different. It might be the two same people,
Mm-hmm.
but because of the way New Japan does their shit,
Yeah.
it doesn't feel repetitive.
Yeah,
But like
exactly.
when Naito went for the kick off the rope satellite DDT the second time and turned it into a roll up, I was like, that's fucking genius, and that has to be the end. It wasn't it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck? And like, I loved how it was Naito country and Okada played into it. Okada went straight up. He kind of played heel.
He did.
And
Yeah.
and I liked it. I
Yeah.
liked it.
I feel
And
like they both took turns playing heel. A little bit.
I don't even know if Naito can be because every time Naito does something heelish,
Yeah,
people
people
love him
love it.
for it.
It's crazy, but whatever.
But I mean, Okada based his offense around the head of Naito, and commentary kept saying how
Mm-hmm.
he had some some kind of cornea issue and how he used to have double vision, things like
So
that.
he
So it was
just
really getting over, and Naito based his around Okada's neck, and it just was it was um it was a masterclass
yep.
in wrestling, in my opinion.
Yep.
Um, they slowed it down when they needed to. They sped it up when they needed to,
I loved
and
one
I
of
was I was on the edge of my seat
my favorite
because you
part.
can never count Okada out.
True. One of my favorite parts was Okada going for like a really cocky cover, and he like just put his foot on Naito, and Red Shoes was just like, "Nope, nope, not happening."
He did it he tried to do it three
Three
times
times, and then Red Shoes like, "Nope, nope, that's not happening." I That's
and
one of the
Kevin
reasons
Kelly
I
said
love
that
him.
doesn't happen in the G1.
Right,
Like you're not doing that in the
but
G1.
no, yeah, that's why I love Red Shoes so much, though.
Yes, he is the most entertaining and animated referee that they have in New Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but Tetsuya Naito won
Yes,
after like three Destinos, and it was
it was
beautiful.
marvelous.
And if you've been following this podcast since our return for Armbar Audio 2.0, we both predicted Naito to win,
Mm-hmm.
so we're winners, and whoever else didn't is losers. So fuck you. Uh,
Oh
um, so yeah, we know that
Jesus.
Naito will be in the main event of Wrestle Kingdom, and hopefully it's against Sonata because that story writes itself.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, and the G1 was fantastic. If you are looking for more tournaments, especially in Japan, I believe the Tokyo Joshi Pro one ended today. Stardom's big one is still happening, and Noah's N1 victory started this week. Um, I'm sure they're all really good. I just don't have the time for everything. And that will lead us into AEW Collision. I fucking love AEW Collision so much. I love that it's different from Dynamite, and it makes me love Dynamite even more because Rampage just seemed when Rampage was the only other show, it just felt like a watered down who gives a shit Dynamite.
Like it felt
And
like the dark
Collision just
matches,
feels
honestly.
yeah,
That's what I
but
honestly. That's what I would do. I mean, if I were Tony Khan, I would move Rampage just to YouTube and kind of regulate it to be like what Dark and Elevation were. Just, just a thought.
I mean that's all up to Warner Brothers, dude.
Yeah,
But
but
I think Collision in its infant infantile history has differentiated itself from Dynamite so well, and it has really put um, a lot of wrestlers and characters just push them up into the spotlight. We see like Hollywood starlet Tony Storm. We've been seeing
Yeah.
Mercedes Martinez and Diamante and Willow Nightingale and Chris Statlander, and they're doing really well. We've seen BC Gold, which is fantastic,
Yeah.
and the idea to have the guns in Bullet Club Gold is the one of the most
That
perfect
fits like a
ideas they've
glove.
ever had in
They
any
fit like a
company.
glove, man. They
Yes.
fit so well.
Um, we did see Will Hobbs this week, and he said that he didn't want to rely on anybody anymore. And he went back to the Bay Area and got his book of Hobbs, and this is going to be his redemption. And for that, he needs the Redeemer. So he called out Miro, and
Hmm.
then unbeknownst to Hobbs, the members of QTV, I think Camarado and Solo, I don't
Yeah.
remember,
Yeah. Solo
uh,
and yeah, I think
took out Miro,
Camarado.
and then Hobbs took them out. So he wanted nothing to do with them, but
Right.
he let them do what they did.
Right.
Um, the show started off with Ricky Starks on fucking fire. Ricky Starks, dude, apparently has gotten suspended for 30 days.
Hmm.
So I guess he's not competing at all out or all in, but he said he got a manager's license. And if you want a war, he's going to bring it to your doorstep.
Hmm.
Dude, put on
Interesting.
every time this guy gets a mic, he gets better. And
Yep.
he needs strapped to the moon. Strap
Yeah.
that motherfucker to the moon.
I agree with that.
Um,
That's for sure. I've been saying that for a while since day one, man.
yes,
Yep.
yes. Um, Christian and Darby Allen and Arn Anderson, Brock Anderson, all that whole thing that happened was entertaining. Christian and Arn Anderson's promo was great. Um, Brock versus Luchasaurus was good, and then having Darby come out
Hmm.
and clear them from the ring, and then what he had to say about Christian and Luchasaurus was great.
Yep.
Um, the the main event was CMFTR against House of Black for the trios titles. Um, and of course, uh, people who are biased and already were already going into this match hating CM Punk. You know, I read some things about how CM Punk is gassed and the Elite had better matches with House of Black and this and that. First of all, CM Punk and FTR work way differently than the Elite, and for what they work in this match, it was fucking awesome. It felt like a big deal the whole time, and it wasn't just fast paced, spot fest bullshit. It was, I mean, there were spots and it was fast paced, but there was also times where it wasn't, and that was cool.
Hmm.
And
It's got
to
variety.
see Punk and Malachi Black sit across from each other was awesome. And just the match fucking ruled. Samoa Joe earlier in the night said Punk's being a bitch and he's not answering me. And at the end of the match, right before the end, Punk was by the barricade. Samoa Joe put him in the clutch, pulled him over, and just
That was
fucking
awesome.
kept going until the House of Black won. And it was just a really good match. And I don't know what people say, why people are saying that Punk looks bad or is gassed or whatever. But in this match, he looked fantastic. In the match against Ricky Starks, both of them, he looked fantastic
Hmm.
and he kept up and he was great. And I think people like to nitpick because they're butthurt. And, that's okay. It's your choice to be butthurt. Um, Last night, after Collision went off,
Went off air. Yeah.
there were two There were
Signs
two signs in the crowd near each other that said, "This
said
is Hangman
Hangman
Country," and
Country. Yeah,
Hangman was right.
yeah.
Right. Hangman was right.
Hangman was right. Yeah,
Punk saw this, got on the mic, and cut a promo on Hangman and said that, "Oh, this is Hangman Country." Well, I went to a local Walmart and all the figures there were of Hangman Adam Page and called him a peg warmer and he doesn't move
damn.
merchandise like CM Punk does, etc. Now everyone's like, "Oh, Phil's still bitter. Phil's still holding on to this and that." And I'll tell you what, at first I felt that way too. And it might be that way.
It
But
probably
if we
is, but
remember,
still,
FTR said shit about the Bucks
yeah.
off TV.
Hmm.
The Omega in one of the matches bit somebody,
He
calling
bit
back
Pac.
the brawl out.
Yeah, he bit Pac.
Yeah. There's been a lot of kind of like
Shots.
poking,
Yeah, a
poking
lot
at
of
each
shots
other.
fired at each
Yeah.
other.
And Omega even said on the episode 200 of Dynamite,
Yeah.
hell, you might even see us on Collision. After
Also,
the
Bucks versus FDR is
video went
happening.
viral,
So
yes, that is happening, Sid. Thank you.
no problem.
Um,
That's what I'm here for.
After the video went viral on the internet, CM Punk, his Instagram, had a picture of a guy in a chair, and I don't know what movie it's from. It's from an old Halloween movie, and it said like the song playing was too easy.
By Guns N' Roses,
So,
yeah.
so
Right?
it seems like, yeah. So it seems like instead of him being bitter and holding on, he's he's trolling. He's
Yeah.
trolling people. And whether he's trolling them for the sake of trolling, or he's trolling them because he's pissed, or he's trolling them because there is CMFTR and the Elite in
In the
the
works.
future and they know about it. I don't know. But um, people love to jump. People love to jump to conclusions. People love to just really have extreme opinions. Um, Nothing is black and white usually, especially
Especially in
especially in the world
wrestling.
of pro wrestling. You don't know what's real and what's not.
Yeah.
Even if they come out with a documentary 20 years later, you don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just
I mean, even if it's Dark Side, even Dark Side of the
I
Ring
hate.
could do like a 2-part piece on it, and you'd still be like, "Huh, was this staged, or was this like what
Right.
parts are real and what parts are fake?" And I don't know, man. Like, I'll be honest. Like I said, I am. And you and everyone knows this. I'm not nearly as big of a Punk fan as Tim is here, but I am more than willing to give him the
I
benefit
mean,
of the
I
doubt.
yes,
So
I am a punk fan, but at the same time, I'm not one of his cult followers. Like
yeah.
last night, you know, I was arguing on both sides. Like
Mm-hmm.
I was telling the people who hate him so much, maybe this is calculated and maybe this isn't what you think it is. And on the other hand, I was telling the other people who just eat out of Punk's hand, you know, this could be him being bitter and not letting go of shit. And if that's the case, that's really fucking lame. Like you're a fucking grown ass man.
Yeah.
You see two signs in the crowd and you get
You get
all
all
upset.
you get all worked up about it. Like, come on, man. Like,
That's
and you
fucking
say
lame.
you work with
Like
children?
right. So I don't know. I don't know what
Yeah.
this means,
Neither do
and
I.
I don't know if we're gonna know what it means. But if nothing
Yeah.
happens between the elite and CMFTR, then it would point to him being an old bitter prick.
Yeah.
And if
So
that's the
unless
case,
yeah.
shame on him.
Yeah.
Shame on him.
I mean, just I don't know, man. Like, just he there. I agree that there is money to be made in that you can have all these matches between the elite and CMFTR, and make all that money, and then after the money's been made, CM Punk can just be like, or Tony Khan can just go to CM Punk and say deuces because you know all that good shit if he
Why?
wants, if he wants, but you know
Why? Punk does make money. Like
he
make the
does.
money. Like
He does, but like,
I
what other matches would you want to see with Punk? Like, he's not gonna. It doesn't seem like it's gonna come back to Dynamite anytime soon.
well, they're doing. It looks like they're going to do Samoa Joe, which is awesome.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's gonna be good.
Tony Tony Khan can work with anybody, like Impact, New Japan, etc., etc.
Yeah.
And you know, anything can happen. Who would I want to see Punk wrestle?
Hmm.
It doesn't matter. I just want to see him on the screen. I like it when he has a microphone in his hand. I like it whenever he wrestles. Is that does that make me a terrible person just because I'm not on the internet uh hating on
Yeah.
somebody or trying to
Apparently, it does
be
these days.
uh
Jeez.
moral relativist? Like who gives a shit? It's
Yeah.
wrestling.
Yeah.
Sit down and enjoy the show. Why
Or turn it
it's
off if you're
not
not
like
enjoying
he
it.
was in the speaking out movement. It's not like he did something astronomically terrible. Let
Yeah.
it fucking go. And if you don't like him, guess what, Sid? What don't I like?
You don't like that one particular promotion that is out in Connecticut.
I don't like the
Yeah.
WWE.
I thought we don't use that word here, but okay.
Do I tweet about it?
No, you don't.
Do I talk about it?
No,
Do I watch it?
not to my knowledge. No, you don't.
You know why? Because I'm fucking sane. If you don't like something or somebody, you don't have to deal with them.
Yeah, like look, we're I don't know what it is. We're both in our 30s, and this for me, this became more and more of my mantra as I entered my 30s. I was like, all right, I mean, I don't really care about this, so I'm just not going to watch it, you know? And it's not just with wrestling, it's just with anything in general. With anything I watch
Right.
or read or listen to, like for example, I don't like we'll give you a music example and I'll probably get canceled, and I don't give a fuck. I'm not a big Taylor Swift fan. Not that I think there's anything wrong with her. Her music is just not my cup of tea. So guess what? When I go on Spotify, am I looking for Taylor Swift? No. You know, I respect her. I mean, she has a
Right.
fan base.
Are you going on Taylor Swift fan pages or fan accounts and talking shit?
No.
No.
It's funny, when I was in high school I used to, but I was like, no.
You were in high school, for Christ's sake.
Yeah. Yeah.
These people on the internet are grown adults.
Who have jobs. I'm surprised. How would you how would it be if you were at your job and you were talking like how you talk in the social media? Your ass would probably get fucking booted. So
Would you do it in a public place to the people that you're talking about?
I hope not.
I don't mean you're at a wrestling event and you're yelling shit.
Like you're
I
at a
mean if you're in a public
restaurant
place where
or
that
something.
wrestler is, are you going to go up to that wrestler and say, I think you're a piece of shit?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah.
I just it just it really takes the fun out of wrestling.
It does.
Wrestling fans are so crucial to wrestling because another thing that makes Collision so great is the crowds. The
Yeah.
crowds have been fire.
Yep.
And anytime there's a fire crowd, I mean, look at WWE Backlash, right?
Mhm.
That Puerto Rican crowd had not had a WWE event in like what, a decade or something?
Something like that.
They were so thirsty. They were so loud. Even if you didn't like WWE, you heard about it. You heard about it. And it's just crowds, fans can make and break things. And
True.
the vocal minority of fans who take this shit way too seriously online really leave a bad taste in my
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it just makes like I watch wrestling to kind of forget about
escape.
to escape, and you're making that escape, and even that escape sucks because and then I'm like now I don't want to watch anymore. Not I'm not gonna stop watching wrestling. It's just that
Yeah,
you
no,
know
it puts you in a really weird spot
it does.
because like when John when John was here,
Mm-hmm.
he pretty much took over our social media because I couldn't stand it. I couldn't stand it, but I knew that it
Yeah.
was crucial for the brand. We have to be out there. We
Mm-hmm.
have to be seen, etc. But I couldn't stand it, dude. So I was at one point. I just said, John, you just got to take care of this now because
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna lose my mind. And John had problems with it too.
Right.
But he was. I guess he was easier at holding it in. I don't know,
Yeah, I know.
but
Yeah, he was he when he
speaking,
tweeted, man. Like, cause that's the thing. Like, he was so. One other thing I'll say, John with social media was he just fucking got it. I don't know how, but
yeah,
he
he
kind of
was
got
he
it.
was stronger than us.
Yeah. I mean, I
Yeah,
just kind of I don't like I post there, but I'm just like whatever, you know. But like now
yeah.
I'm posting about Indian films because again, anyway. But yeah, I think like I don't know, man. It's crazy to be a wrestling fan. I mean, on one end you have all these great shows, you love the quality, but then you go online and like, oh, this is shit. Oh, this is crap. This is oh, if you like this, you should stop watching wrestling. Why?
I'm an
Who?
AEW fan, so I have to voice how much I hate WWE. I'm a WWE fan, so I have to voice how much I hate AEW, even though I've never watched it. I'm an AEW fan, and I hate WWE, and I haven't watched it in so long. Shut the fuck up. No one cares.
Right. Yeah. It's not. You're not that important. I'm sorry. We have to be the ones to break it to you, but you are not that important. And
And
if this
neither
is the
are we.
podcast that gets, by the way, if this is the episode that gets us canceled, there you go. There's your present. Have fun.
Oh, well,
Woo!
this has been a joy.
It has.
Um,
I agree.
we will be back next week, I assume, to break down All In
Break it down.
because it's August 20th, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
And it's in the afternoon, so that's Sunday
Mm-hmm.
afternoon. So why don't we do a live stream post show?
I'm down for that. I'm down for it. Let's do it.
Let's fucking do it. Wait. It's August 19th. It's
Hmm.
Saturday,
Saturday.
right?
Still, it's Saturday afternoon.
No. Wait. I gotta look this up
Okay.
because Daddy has plans on Sunday.
Oh.
It's my parents' 40th
Oh, okay.
anniversary party.
Oh, those plans. Okay. Well, happy anniversary to your parents. I thought you were. I thought your.
EW.
I thought your plans involved like a lovely lady or something like that. But
No, I was wrong. It's August 27th.
huh.
So that is in 2 Saturdays.
So we
And I even
will.
actually had it in my calendar.
Damn. Look at you. But yeah, we
Looking
can
up.
figure that out. Yeah, we can figure that out.
Dude,
As we.
it's a Saturday. It's a Saturday
Mm-hmm.
or no. What? It's a Sunday and
Yeah.
it takes place in the afternoon. We should do a live post show in two
Yeah. That's fine with
weeks.
me.
Next week we'll talk about what we want to talk about, which will probably be AEW and
Something else.
New Japan or Impact or Ring of
Ring
Honor
of
or
Honor. Yeah.
anything that I actually
We feel
like.
like.
And yeah,
Yeah.
so wherever you are in the world, whether it's morning, noon, or night, you have a great one and peace and love to all of you.
Bang! There you go. I did the Kevin Nash thing. All right. Bye bye.